What's up, you guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. We have so much to discuss, especially about Love is Blind. If you've never been to my channel, hi, how are you? I'm Nana, and I'm your Ghanaian book bestie. We discuss all things romance books here, celebrity gossip, and pop culture, and we keep things a little bit shady, but with some heart. Today's episode is sponsored by Takeover, book 1 in my Kings of the Boardroom series. If you love a sexy King Arthur retelling, but with an arranged marriage twist, I got you. Go ahead and pick up Takeover now. It's available on all retailers and vendors, and I'll clickety link it somewhere above below. But let's get into it. You guys, Love is Blind recap. Benaya is rich? What? Okay, we discussed last time Nicole and how her options were not great and how they're never great for women of color in these like dating show situations. But you know what? Nicole has come up. All right, so Love is Blind, I finally finished it. And the best part was that we got 3 marriages out of the situation. Now, apparently, there were 11 engagements that we didn't see. And I want Love is Blind to release that footage because I want to know what happened to these people. You know what I'm saying? And so there were 11 engagements. And what happens is, I guess, is after the engagements, they producers review the footage to see which couples have the best story. And then that's who they send to Greece, and that's who we end up following. So I want to see the backstage. I want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see the other couples, right? The one that's most fascinating to me, obviously, is Nicole and Benaya, because like Jasmine and Bobby are like solid. They're fine. Oh, they're pregnant. Oh my God, they're gonna have such cute babies. Like, I was like, they're both beautiful people. This is gonna be adorable. And I was like, and her mom, you know, is gonna be too excited to be grandma and really controlling and really invested. So I do want to see how that goes for them, but it'll be really funny. Our favorites, one of my favorites, Steven and Sabrina Dunzo, because Steven lied about his job. He said, I own a gym. He forgot to mention that gym has never turned a profit. I'm gonna need Love is Blind to start vetting people's jobs. Because I feel like this is not the first time that this has happened. The people are like, yes, I'm a business owner. Yeah, if that business is in your head and you don't have a business plan and you just, you know, you putt around with something, you know, like if you, like, just be honest. Like, come on. Like, why are we doing this? Which takes us to Nicole and Benaya. Now, in the pods, Benaya is the one who said that he was homeless. Blinkety blink. Now, how are you going to say it? He made it as a joke, right? And he's like, I do have a job. He's some kind of like landscape architect. Like he builds like log cabins. Like he said it like he just like, you know, is like your general contractor type. But no, he builds like fancy log cabins, like fancy. Like that man's got money. And not only that, a little internet, like now that it's come out and his last name and whatever, like it's like that man grew up with money. Went to like what the Brits call public school. For us, public school just means like whatever schools in your neighborhood. No, public school, like the Eton, Harrow, all those kind of schools, like that. So, I mean, the man is well educated, comes from a family with money. And apparently, from what I dug up on the internet, he used to work a job, like corporate job, the whole thing. And they show pictures of him with like short hair and whatever. And he looks like the, you know, like, looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blonde hair, like, I mean, the whole thing. And he just, you know, wants a more nomadic life. So, I mean, if he's using the money for that, like, good for him, right? But I do say that about relationships, like, you have to have 2 things that are similar to your partner, and then you can be as different as you want. You know, you have to have a similar value system, because it's going to come up if you choose to have children, especially with how you raise your children, but a similar value system in terms of like how you believe, how you vote, and what you believe is important to like well-being of like people. Like it really helps if you start with a similar value system and then a similar financial value system, because at the end of the day, money is the number one thing people fight about, and it's very, very important and can get you in a lot of trouble if they're not aligned. And I think one of the important things, especially in terms of Nicole, is that a lot has been talked about of, you know, like people tell Black women to settle and say, oh, because Black women are like the most, like in terms of degree, most degreed demographic in the world. And everyone's like, oh, just settle. If you want to find somebody and you want to be with someone, well, why should I have to make myself smaller just to like find love? But more than that, in terms of like who you find. Like I should lower myself to someone who like doesn't understand the education level, doesn't understand like, yes, I have this money and I want to go to Turkey with my friends, and then you're struggling with someone who's like, oh well, I can't afford to go to Turkey, and then you have to make the choice of like, do you stay home and not go to Turkey, or do you now pay for him to go to Turkey and now he resents you for going to paying for him to go to Turkey? Or maybe he's like, well, I want to do this with my boys, you need to bankroll it. You see where it gets sticky? That's why I say value system, emotional and economic value system. Emotional value system too. Like how you guys communicate. That can be taught though. But the rest is like a very hard go if you are so far apart. Like Tom and Maria. And Tom was just like judgmental and was like, you're a makeup artist. And I was like, you know how much money she could make? Like the makeup artist I know make a lot of money. So I'm just like, Tom, the fuck? Anyway, but like I'm super happy for Benaya and Nicole. Like their 1 year recap, they looked so happy. She looked so happy, and it was just like full of her laughter. So I really hope that one goes strong. Like I said, Bobby and Jasmine are, but then Steven and Sabrina. So I mean, you know, good for Nicole, good for her. I'm excited for her. I'm excited for Bobby and Jasmine, and I'm like actually glad that Love is Blind got like a couple of actual marriages. I think the last 2 US seasons didn't get any. Oh no, there was a couple of marriages. There was the Jewish girl, and I forget her husband's name, and they had a baby. And then there was no, I'm thinking of season 1, because it was like Cameron and Lauren, and then like the other couple where the guy was like some baseball player, something, you know, he has some like standard name, Logan something, I don't remember his name. I'm so bad with names, you guys. Okay, but I think season 2, but I feel like season 3 did not have any marriages. No, what was the season with the cute Asian girl with that big oafy blonde guy who like clearly wanted someone else? God, was that season 2? I feel like I didn't even watch season 3. Yes, I didn't watch season 3. I'm thinking about season 2. Season 2, there's a Jewish girl and her guy, and they got married, and they had a baby, but like I don't think anyone from season 3 got married. But I need to go look. I need to go look now and check. But I want to hear from you guys what your thoughts are on this season of Love is Blind, what you think about Nicole and Benaya and their story, and the funny thing turning out that he's rich, because I love that she had her Beauty and the Beast moment, because she just got to be herself and amazing and awesome, and turned out, surprise, he was wealthy. So good for her, good for Bobby and Jasmine. And you know, Sabrina, you know what, Sabrina's gonna come into her own, and let us not all be swayed just because a dude is hot, because I'm so disappointed in Steven. But let me know your Steven thoughts below. Has anyone dated him? Do we know? Are we gonna internet sleuth? Tell me all about it. Okay, I'll check you guys later. Bye.